The TRT training vlog continues. Is my mic working? Who knows? But I'll tell you guys what I've got going on today. I'm doing a full acceleration workout, so I'm gonna do some resisted sprints, some reps with heavy chains, probably 3 reps at 10 yards, 2 reps at 15 yards, somewhere around like 75 pounds. And then I'm gonna lighten up the load. I'm gonna push it to like 20, 25 yards, just based on how I'm feeling with a more moderate load, about 50 pounds of chains. And then if my hamstrings are holding up, I may do a rep or 2 at about 40 yards with like 1 chain. After that, the plan is to do some sort of depth jump, superset that with a hack squat, and then I'm gonna do some accessories, probably a single leg RDL on the Smith machine and seated calf raise. I don't know, I may, depending on how my Achilles feels, I may do a yielding ISO. But anyway, we're gonna kind of make it up as we go. I have a general outline of what I wanna do, and we'll just kind of see what happens. So today has been suboptimal. It took me forever to get through my warm up. I was trying to get these new gates set up. I couldn't get them set up. It made me want to kill myself. I think also too, now that I'm thinking about it, I saw Will Ratelle do accelerations with a 5-yard lead in and like a 10-yard fly, an acceleration fly. Today he got 1, 2, 4 and 1, 2, 3. And I think I'm gonna do that actually today. I'm gonna do my weighted resisted sprints, first. And then I'll do a few sprints where I take the weight off, just because I wanna try and beat Will Ratelle. Here goes heavy sprint number 1. So my friend Eric Poggs right here is helping me set up the gates. So what I'm gonna do, I'm switching it up. I'm still gonna run my original distances. So I'm gonna do just a few at 10 yards here, a couple at 15 yards with these heavy chains, and then lighten it up as I go farther. But I'm gonna time from the 5 to the 15. So with that 5-yard lead in for all of these, and then leading up to finally going with no resistance. This whole session now is just about beating Will Ratelle. So let's see if it's possible. Okay, all of the 10-yard sprints out of the way. Now they're all gonna be 5-yard lead in to 10-yard fly. And I'll continue to finish the distance here. So I'll do a couple at 15 with the chains, and then I'll do a couple at 20, so on and so forth, as I drop the weight of the chain and eventually try and beat Will Ratelle's time of, I believe, 1, 2, 3. So with a 5-yard lead in to a 10-yard fly. By the way, go watch Will's channel. It's unbelievable. Wow. I just ran 154 with 75 pounds. So I think Will Ratelle's cooked. I think I got his ass today. I'm gonna get one more with this same weight and see if I can beat that time. It was 152, 154 with 75 pounds. Okay. So if I can get, honestly, my start kind of sucked. My left shoulder's bothering me. I kind of pissed it off. I don't know what I did. So I'm having trouble when I start getting my arm out in front of me. I'm wanting to sort of tuck in and not really get into like the full extension of my start because of my shoulder, but I'm still gonna send it. Oh Lord. I had the conference, Coach 'em Up conference this past weekend, and it was incredible. Totally fucking wild. But like, dude, my sleep's been so messed up and I haven't been eating. I've just been so busy, and it's all good stuff, but it's just a lot. And so like, I didn't get enough sleep last night again, and I just feel like dog shit, but I also haven't trained since Friday, and it's like at some point, like, I can't just wait around for the perfect day. I gotta fucking start training, so. And hey, if I end up beating Will, then perfect. Then apparently I was ready, All right, this will be my last one at 15, and then I'm gonna lighten it up, start running to 20. All right, well, that one did not read. So I can only assume that it was because I was so fast. It couldn't pick me up. My translucent ginger skin was undetectable. All right, so we've got a rest period here. So I'm gonna push it to 20 yards. I'm just trying to add up total yardage. And I'm pressed for time again, because I fucked around in this warm up trying to get those other gates to work. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with the gates. I'm sure it's me. But, I'm living somewhere around 200, 240 maximum yards on an acceleration focus day, where I feel like I can really recover. And so I gotta start doing some math. I'm at 85 total yards now. So if I run to 20, all right, yeah, maybe I run 2 20s, 2 30s, and 2 40s. and let that be it. We'll see how I feel. I also may go ahead, run this 20, and then on my next rep, take the belt off so that I'm as fresh as possible to beat Will. In fact, I am gonna do that. So I'm gonna run a 20 right here, and then on my next rep, I'm gonna take the belt off and just hit a rep raw with no weight and see if I can beat 1, 2, 3. All right, that was 147 with 50 pounds on. I'm gonna rest about 2 minutes, 3 if I'm still breathing like this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can take down the freak of nature mutant himself, Will Ratelle. Let's see what I got. I'm gonna say 125 for this first one, but. That was 122, 122, so I'm gonna see if I can continue to pile on and beat him more. Though I will say, I think I'm gonna switch my stance because coming off my left foot and driving out with that left arm big as my right knee comes through, this left shoulder hates it. So we're gonna see what happens coming out of the right. Anyway, what a glorious day it is to be faster than Will. You know what, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna go off the left again. Oh man. So if last one was 122, I'm gonna go 120 here. No, that ain't it. All right, here we go. What is that? 128. That one was dog shit. I ran a 128. My front foot, my first step is just, I'm staying suspended in air forever. I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know if it's the shoulder or, honestly, I don't fucking know. You know, I'm gonna do one more. And then I'm gonna put just some light resistance on and run. I'm gonna go ahead and just run a couple 40s and just call it and just get my yardage in. I'm gonna go ahead and lift because I'm running out of time. I'm definitely gonna hack squat. I need to get some deep knee bends in my life. And I'm gonna superset a depth jump with some pogos, some weighted barbell pogos. I've been adding those in lately. I've been enjoying them. All right, let's see what I got. No! Man, I don't know what's going on. Let me switch my feet up. I really think it's this, I'm not wanting to use this arm. All right, say go for me. Go. No, that ain't it, but I'm gonna run it. What was it? Wow. I did what I set out to do, which was beat Will. The rest of this has been just a total shit show. I'm gonna run a couple easy reps, 40 yards with a chain, driving out 5 yards, and then maybe like 90% efforts. I don't have it today. And I don't wanna overdo it because it's days like this where you end up pulling a hamstring or doing something stupid. So I don't have the sprints, but I get a feeling my squats should be at least decent. So I'm gonna knock out these last 2 sort of resisted reps, longer reps, and call it for the sprints. I'm gonna put this hat in sport mode here. I'm gonna make this rep pretty conservative, feeling the way I feel. You know, it's one of those things, like I drank some pre-workout, it took me an extra while to warm up, but you know, sometimes like, you know, whatever, it's like, those end up being your best sessions, like the days that you don't feel well. And then other days are like this, where it is in fact probably just not a great day to try and push it. This is definitely like a yellow light day. And so I'm even starting to think now for my squats, like maybe I'll just work up to something, you know, respectable and hit like a set or 2 and then, you know, do a few easy accessories and live to come back hopefully later in the week. Because I didn't try and get too greedy here, I'll actually be able to have a bounce back session and feel more like myself and not like whatever this is. All right, here we go. Last one, nice and easy. All right, let's see what can be done here. I've got no energy. I just feel like total dog shit. So I'm gonna do my best. Like as this workout has gone on, the worse I felt. Like maybe I'm sick or something, I don't know, man. Onward and upward. So let's just hit some warm-up sets and feel how atrocious they feel and go from there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. You know, I've got these weightlifting shoes and they're the Lu Xiao, oh my God. They're wonderful weightlifting shoes. They're really good. And it's like I know it's a prolific Chinese weightlifter. He's so good. I can't say or pronounce his last name correctly, so I'm not even gonna try anymore. Certainly all my weightlifters or weightlifting adjacent crowd is gonna bury me for not being able to say his name. But actually, no, they won't, because 200 people are watching these videos right now. But anyway, if you need a good pair of lifters, they've got an inch of heel lift. And if you've got stems like me, it is so helpful. As if I didn't, you know, in this hack, I mean, now the hack squat, this foot plate adjusts, but getting that in the right spot in combination with these, so good. I'm getting all these weird looks from people because none of them have seen me record for YouTube or in much content where I talk. You know, usually I have to do it, like I go find a quiet place where I won't be disturbed, but that's just not the way this is gonna shake out. Because if I'm gonna work out and vlog this, like it's gonna have to happen when I can get it in. No one's used to seeing me, you know, talking, so I keep getting looks, or it's like people are like, I'm like clearly doing this and people are like talking directly to me, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I'm the one doing the weird shit, right? Like it's not it's not everyone else being weird, it's me, but it's definitely gonna be an adjustment. All right, speaking of an adjustment, I've finally added some weight onto this. And then after this set, I'm gonna start getting into the plyos, just kind of start chipping away at that stuff. And I think what I'll do is with my top sets on this is when I'll actually start pairing the accessory movements and just kind of put a tie-eyed bow on this thing. So I'm gonna hit this, I'm gonna do some depth jumps, I'm gonna do some pogos on the Smith machine, I'm gonna do 3 rounds of those, all the while continuing to add weight. And I think I'm just gonna work up to a heavy 2 to 3 reps away from failure today, and then do some back down sets at that with accessories. All right, here we go. Okay, oddly enough, my squats, I use this machine enough to know that like this doesn't feel terrible. This might actually be productive. So let's go ahead and throw another 45 on each side. Anyone who's been following my socials before I've started this, you'll know that I was at Collective prior and we had an Atlantis hack squat. Man, that thing, so sweet. But the starting weight of this sled relative to that one, this one's so much heavier. So I could do working sets with 5 plates on each side consistently. And I got up to, I think, 6 plates and a 25 on each side for 3 on that Atlantis hack. On this one, 0 fucking chance. This thing is brutal. All this arsenal equipment is heavy from the get. So it just buries you. So it's very humbling. Like I might get up to 4 plates today for a triple or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. All right, let's go hit some jumps. Oh God. Again, if you guys have been following my socials, you probably saw that I was training with Blaine and I was doing depth jumps. This was on the Best Damn Training channel on YouTube, Blaine's page. And you probably saw me doing depth jumps and then he was doing the same thing but single leg. So disrespectful. Just coming over here from Iceland, an entirely different country, rolling up, doing a workout with me, and then doing a single leg plyometric the same height as me doing 2 legs. Devastating. If it wasn't him, I would feel way worse about myself. You know, usually if my sprints are down, my jumps and my plyos feel like shit too. I gotta tell you, I feel fine everywhere else. Just maybe today, just sprinting just not it. Like, I don't know, I'm floating a little bit. I guess also too, a depth jump that's not the springiest of plyos. Maybe if I was doing a drop jump, it would be more revealing. This is only a 30-inch box too, by the way. I think I'm gonna have to increase this drop height just a little. So I was jumping off of a 20-inch box. I'm gonna go 24. Yeah, that felt good. I'll stay there today. That feels good. I've been hanging out with that 20 inches for a while now, so another 4 inches. Listen, 4 inches, it's a big difference, boys. Big difference. Onto the pogos. Definitely never gonna be able to monetize a single video because of all this licensed music playing. Guess we'll worry about that when we have an actual following here, huh? Okay, that felt good. I'm probably gonna put like a little thin pad down for this next set, just going raw dog barefoot on that. I could tell I just wasn't getting as much output as I could have because I'm being a little protective. So I'm gonna put a little yoga mat down and it'll be perfect. There we go. Back to the hack. Okay. Not bad. That'll do. Yeah, I'll probably work up to like 4 plates for a triple today. I think normally I would go like 4 1/4 on each side, but what the fuck ever, man. You know what time it is? I think it's about ginger ale o'clock. I really do. And shit. I said I would shotgun it. Fuck me, dude. All right, well, let's do it. Let's go shotgun a ginger ale. We're gonna take this outside. Hopefully somewhere far away where my coworkers don't know who's actually working with them. This is like a nice corporate building. And this is not corporate behavior. So, all right. So I'm sure some people will see this, which, you know, not ideal, but some of you are saying, did I just bite that with my tooth? And if you're one of those people, what's being a virgin like? All right, here we go. Get fucked. Jesus. Not gonna lie, I feel better already. Maybe that was the problem all along. Just needed to relive the glory days with a ginger ale, boys. All right. Oh, okay, time for jumps. Time for jumps. Time to lock in now. Gotta lock in. Dude, I'm not even kidding. I feel so much better already. Oh, Jesus. Woo! Oh, man. Sometimes your occupation finds you. Like, could you imagine me doing anything else? Just take it all in, you know? There's no way I could do it other than like rappers, they'll have a hype man on stage that just to like say ad libs in the background. I feel like I could have done that. Like that's the kind of energy I'm predisposed to giving. Or maybe not. Why don't you post in the comments, what are some other suitable jobs that I would have been, because it's not a suit and tie. Guarantee you that. All right, we're heading back over to the pogos. Let's get a shot frontal here. I think I'm gonna fold this mat in half actually. Ooh, I like this. Oh yeah, okay, all right. So I'm really just trying to get 10 good contacts. So usually my first couple of reps on this, I'm just working up to get a little bit of height. I'm trying to attack the floor. Usually it's much crisper, but alas. Who knows, maybe the ginger ale will start showing up. Not great, not terrible. Let's get 3 plates on either side of this thing. There we go. Super chaotic today. All right, here we go. Let's put a plate on this bitch. I'm also gonna get a belt. Gotta buckle up for safety. Okay, come on. Come on, motherfucker. Boom. Boom. Oh my God, that was way heavier than it should have been. Golly, dude. I feel like this whole episode has just been everyone watching me slowly accept the fact that I probably shouldn't have trained today. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I was definitely sick 2 days ago. So maybe I'm still sick. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. In light of my experience, I'm gonna listen to what my body's telling me. I'm gonna do just one more set of squat here with these 3 dinky little fucking plates. I'm gonna hit some easy accessories for my hamstrings and calves and shut it down. Not every day can be your best day, and I've just had like a stretch of training here that's just like not been that awesome, but it do be like that. It do be like that. And the funny thing about the peaks in training is that the valleys are coming, but vice versa. You know, when things aren't going according to plan or you're just not feeling well or whatever, you keep showing up, eventually you're gonna get a fucking peak again. That's just that's how it works. If you show up and you're consistent and you put effort for, that's been my experience. Sometimes it just is what it is, man. So I love how I started with this beautiful plan at the beginning of this video, and it's just like none of it has actually happened. The only thing, I did beat Will though. I did do that. So today's takeaway for anybody watching is that with a 5-yard lead into a 10-yard fly, Tim motherfucking Riley is faster than Will Ratelle. And by the way, that is the only athletic feat that I'm better than Will at. So I'm gonna champion that, scream it from the mountaintops, put it all over every social platform that you can. let everyone know what has happened here today. And then don't show them the rest of this video, for the love of God, because it's been horrendous. All right, I got the shoes on so I can get rid of this mat. Also, it'd be interesting to see how much different these become with a shoe on relative to no shoe. Probably better. I'm gonna stop recording here after this set and then just knock out these accessories because, I mean, I'm doing the single leg RDLs on the Smith machine. I'm gonna do 2 sets on each leg and then some calf raises, seated calf raises. But I'm just gonna go lightweight and just kind of go 2-3 reps away from failure. And so it's not gonna be anything worth writing home about. But yeah, the takeaway from today is that today just wasn't my day. And you know what? Neither was the first video. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe when I vlog my training, I train terribly. No, that's not it. It just kind of, it's like one of those times where I've had a lot going on, more than I ever have in my life. I haven't been getting enough sleep. I haven't been eating enough. All of those things have absolutely been happening the past 10 days. And so my hope is that today is gonna be the day that kind of flips that. And, you know, I'll get a couple days more rest and I'll, you know, start eating adequately, getting enough rest. And then Friday I'll roll around and I'm gonna try and make it over to the track, or at the very least do some fly 10s in here. And I'll have a bounce back day. So we will see. Until then, I appreciate everyone watching the TRT training vlog. And also, you know, maybe some of you feel inspired to also shotgun your favorite beverage in the middle of a workout, intraset. Maybe you do it in the middle of the gym floor at your local Lifetime Fitness. I don't know, but maybe we could start a thing the more I think about it. You know what I mean? Who knows? Anyway, observe this last set. And like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Follow me on my Coach 'em Up page as well. If you don't subscribe to the podcast page, what are you even doing? Why are you even here? What are you doing on this page? Get over there and subscribe to it. This is stupid. Go over there. That's where the good stuff is. Dude, I do not want to do this. I feel like such a little bitch right now. Why couldn't I have started this training vlog 3 weeks ago, you know? When I was just, you know, at the peak of my game. All right, here we go, come on. Ooh. Fucking 3 plates, Tim. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Okay. That's it, everybody. Peace.